Hello guys, welcome back to the crew calling all units, although it doesn't really look like it, does it? What you see here is the doodle form for the May tournaments, which will take place through Discord in the crew. A doodle form, we could first register for the May tournaments. I did a video on that at the beginning of May. You could register for about a week, I think. 14 or 15 players have registered. I thought we were set it was 15, but I only see 14 participants here on this doodle form. What is this doodle form? This is basically a form we could go on and with all different dates for the month of May and 2 different time frames from 5 till 8 p.m. Central European time or from 8 till 11 p.m. And we had to fill in our name and then check out the times that we could play. And that's sort of what all the players did. So for May, that means Mekes, Crew Psycho, Paragleiber, Krulol Bokus, Harenohi UZZ, which is basically Huayra, Blum, RaceMasterDave, Thor, AyHobGoblins, Dedew, Bolo, which was the winner in April, Light One, Tubat, To Drive, and hesto. A few names that I'm not completely familiar with, but there are also a few really good drivers in this list, and also some older players. Like hesto hasn't played that much recently, but he was definitely in the beginning of the game one of the better players. Huayra, Paragleiber, Mekes, all fast drivers. So it's going to be an interesting tournament, but because we have so many participants, meaning more than one lobby, they have to divide up the group. So this doodle form is filled in meanwhile, and they are working on the schedule. What they did announce today is more or less the whole tournament structure for May. Because, as I said, we have 14-15 participants. That's too much for one lobby, so we are going to do we're going to be split up into 2 groups, Group A and Group B. Each group's qualifier will take place at a different time. Details regarding match schedule will be released within the next 48 hours. The 3 players with the highest score will advance to stage 2, unless Bolo is one of those 3 players. He was the April winner, the April champion. So I'm assuming he sort of advances to the final automatically. And in that case, if Bolo makes the top 3, then the 4th player in the ranking will advance to the next stage. So we sort of have a qualifying stage and a final stage, let's call it that. For each of the races, the same point system is in order. First place is 10 points, second place is 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 point for the 8th place. And that will take like that. 9 races or events will be played in this qualifying stage. In the event the top 3 cannot be decided due to a tie in the score, then 3 matches will be played to break the tie. So after those 9 races, if we have some ties here or there in 3rd or 4th place, for instance, then there will be 3 additional races in case that is needed. In case that's not needed, we have 9 races. They are sort of going on a schedule, and there are a few stage-specific rules, 3 to be exact. Rule number 1 is collisions and traffics are to be turned off, so no collisions, no traffic. So it's gonna be a bit of slipstream ghosting, I guess. Rule number 2, each event will only be played once, and events will be played sequentially in the order shown below. And rule number 3 is a rule they added. It was a rule suggestion and people could vote for it, and majority wins, and that means that any and all bikes are banned in all events. So we cannot use bikes, we can only use cars. That's what it comes down to. The 9 events for the qualifying stage in order are the first one is Down and Out in New York City, which is Street Spec Eliminator. The main event, which is a Dirt Spec race. Black Gold, that is Dirt Spec Eliminator. Then we have 2 performance spec races down the drain and on the waterfront. Then we have 2 raid spec races, mountains to climb and the Navajo Trail. And then we have 2 circuit races among giants and from the valley. So we're gonna play those 9 races. It's exactly gonna be the same for both of the groups. And then all the points are added and we will see where we end up. If people are in the top 3, they move on. If there is a tie, then there might be 3 tie-break racers. And that is a street race, a riverside run, a performance spec Eliminator, push it to the limit, and a circuit spec Eliminator, the Emerald City. But those 3 will only be played in case there is a tie. And the tie needs to be broken more or less. So those 9 races, yeah, by the looks of it, I better have to go to PvP. For instance, with the Eliminators I'm not much familiar with. Down the drain, yeah, that's in Las Vegas I think. On the waterfront I know. Navajo Trail amongst mountains to climb, also something that I don't immediately recall. So I'll probably have to go have a look. Because shortcuts and reset shortcuts and all that are allowed, I have read in the specific rules for the tournaments. So it's best to know the tracks as well, I think. Especially with the players involved. If you want to make the top 3, depending a bit on in which group you end up, but if you want to end up in the top 3, you're probably gonna have to drive for it. That will it for this video. A quick update on what's going on with the Discord PvP tournaments for the month of May. I made a video at it earlier to how you needed to register for it, and so this is where we are now. The races are known. Qualifying stage, top 3 moves on to the final stage, and then later there will be events posted for that final stage, but we first have to go through the qualifying with our 2 groups. So you can practice the races are known if you want to or if you need to practice, and then we'll see where we go there. I don't know, more than likely I will be live streaming this qualifying stage, and if I make it to the final stage I will also be live streaming or make some videos of it. I will see how it goes. If possible I will live stream, but we will see. See you guys in the next one, and bye for now.